Hello everybody, good to meet you again in the Kinematics and Dynamics of Machinery course. After we discuss static force analysis, our discussion this week will continue to the inertia force analysis. This segment will talk about what is the inertia force. In two-dimensional, there is the resultant force and the couple that can cause the motion at the instant. The resultant force is equal to the product of the mass times the acceleration of the center of the gravity. And then it is located in such a position that the moment of the resultant force about the center of the gravity is I times alpha. So for example, there's a body and this point is the center of the gravity of this body. In the center of the gravity, it has linear acceleration ag, and also this body is rotating with angular acceleration alpha, and the direction is counterclockwise. Because of this acceleration, it means that there will be the force resultant. The magnitude of the resultant force is m times ag. But because this body is rotating with alpha, of course, the resultant force is not located in the center of the gravity. It should be shifted. So, where is the location of the resultant force? The shifted resultant force will result the moment I alpha. Therefore, we have this equation m times ag times s equal to I alpha. After we rearrange the equation, we can get the variable h, this one, which is the location of the resultant force relative to the center of the gravity. Then, we can put the resultant force in this location and also in this location. But which one is the correct location? You have to know the direction of the alpha. You can see alpha is in the direction of the counterclockwise, and then this one should be incorrect because mag will give the moment respect to the center of the gravity in the clockwise direction. And then this one is the correct location because this mag will give the moment in the same direction with the alpha. Then, what is the inertia force? Actually, inertia force is the reverse resultant force. For example, we have the body. At this joint, there is the external forces, maybe from the pin, and at this point also have the external forces. And in the center of the gravity, it has ag. From here, we can find the first resultant, that is m multiplied with ag, and then it is separated by the variable h. After we know the resultant force, we can find the inertia force, that is this red vector. The question is, why we need to find the inertia force? When we already identify the inertia force, we can use the first law of the Newton, although the mechanism is in the motion. This is what we call as the D'Alembert principle. That's all for this segment. In the next segment, we will talk about the example how to find the inertia force. Thank you and see you again.